Welcome to Crazy Shit in Real Estate, a weekly podcast where I walk you through some of the wildest, most unbelievable stories you'll hear from the world of real estate. If you like real estate and you love crazy, this is the podcast for you. Before we get any further into this episode, I've got some information to share.
Oh, it's true. Real estate is super competitive and harder than you expected. That's why I created Leigh Brown University. It's everything you need to take you from point A to point whatever your goal is. You could be new to the business or a seasoned vet. I'll help you break through to the next level so that your professional life can look exactly like you desire. Enroll in Leigh Brown University today. I'll help you get there.
So in the 20 years you've been in real estate,
Yep.
and even in management, you get to see different things, but I'm curious as to what you came up with for your crazy story because, hey, full disclosure, audience, Shad was all whiny and stuff when I asked him why he wouldn't be on the show because he stalks the show, and he said, I don't have anything to say, and I said, bullshit, because I knew he had something to tell us, and it didn't take him long thinking about it to realize that, like the rest of y'all know, Leigh Brown is right. So anyway, now that you know Leigh Brown is right, I think you should tell your story.
So I think one of the things that nobody ever explains to you when you get into this business is how much you will honestly deal with the supernatural. You know, we all hear of that house that's haunted, right? But we don't think about our clients and the superstitions they bring culturally to the sale.
You mean like the fact that Asian people will know when somebody has died in a house? Because I will never understand. They know. It's crazy.
100%. And I'll be honest with you, you know, even when I came up with this, I was thinking about it. I literally came up with about 10 transactions that come to my mind that it played a major factor. I sold a home to a dowser from Connecticut.
Like the people with the stick that find water? They're still around?
Oh, yeah. And this cat was buying a $500,000 house cash. So who am I to say that his magic stick don't work, right?
Yeah, no argument.
Yeah. So I got curious and I was like, so what do you do? And so I took him to a home, and here in Florida, we have sprinkler systems. All of our law, it's a must. You can't, your grass is dead if you don't have an automatic sprinkler system. And so I asked him, I said, hey, can you show me? And he walked right to the first sprinkler head. Like from the car, got his dowsing rods and walked. Okay. And then he told me where the water lines were running in the yard. So I was like, okay, whatever. But the point of this is he could feel the earth lines so much, according to him, that he had to douse the master bedroom because if there were any of those water lines or channels running under the master bedroom, he couldn't sleep.
So I don't understand any of this, but I wish I knew him because I sold a house one time that had a spring in the crawl space. And if we'd had him, we might not have had people buy that house because they did not know because it was a drought time. Can a dowsing person find out the water if it's drought season? Do they know? Drought season.
So apparently, according to him, he doesn't actually follow water. The water itself follows energy channels in the earth.
Like chi? Is this something? This
like
has to do with chi,
they're
right?
They're actually called ley lines, believe it or not. And there's major ones and there's smaller ones and veins and he had a brass set of these dowsing rods. They were not he didn't just pick a willow branch. He had serious stuff. And again, you in this business, you have to be careful of going, okay, look, you and your hokum can just go that direction, right?
I never ever do that because people know things. They just do. So
absolutely.
Can I get some dowsing rods and be taught, or do you have to be granted that gift from the Lord?
Apparently you have to be sensitive. Apparently you have to be sensitive. Well, exactly. I'm not sensitive either. I can find a whiskey bottle, but I sure as heck can't find water under the earth, right? But yeah, and honestly, we looked at 5 houses. He dismissed 4, and the 5th one, when the rods didn't cross in the bedroom, he put a full price offer and bought it.
So can you use him for other clients? Is he on your vendor list?
Well, he was, unfortunately, he was very old when I sold him the house in 2005, and unfortunately he's passed away.
Damn it, Shad.
I know.
Was ready to come meet him.
Well, and I got you, but I do know that he did actually do business with some people a little north of where his house was and tell them where to dig wells. And he did.
How do you find a dowser nowadays? Is there like a National Association of Dowsers?
I don't believe so, but to be honest with you, honestly, I think they're very prevalent up in Vermont and Connecticut and those original colonies. They're like a thing, and people swear by them. And well, it is, and and that's just, like I said, that's just one instance.
It's going to be a realtor designation next. You know that, right? There's going to be like an 8-hour class.
A dowsing.
Certified dowsing professional.
Oh, you're enjoying this little clip? Well, the rest of the story is available on any of your podcast apps. Just go search for and subscribe to Crazy Shit in Real Estate with Leigh Brown.